Episode 1. Why is the air spicy?
Hello, all of my wonderful Viking friends out there. I am so glad you can join me today because today I am starting to upload all of my video when I took the trip to Egypt. Now, I went with a whole group of people, which I kind of encouraged to do because Egypt was kind of crazy. I'm going to not lie about that. But it was so fun, and I'm going to share a lot of my adventure out there. And then I made my way up into the Red Sea, took a couple of adventures up there, which you'll see here soon. And then I made my way up to Germany. And Germany was another crazy adventure you'll see here soon, hopefully in the next maybe month and a half before my next adventure. Now, what do Vikings usually do? Vikings take trips. They take crazy exploration adventures, and they go and they explore on the sea and on the ocean, and they pillage and pilfer and plunder along the way. I am a nice Viking, so I wouldn't do that. Well, I did kind of take hotel soap and a couple of other things from hotels. But besides that, I took a lot of pictures. So did all of my comrades on this trip. I made a whole bunch of friends from all over the globe. And I'm so happy to share all of this journey with you guys. And I was not able to do this unless I was healthy and happy and physically fit. And what does this channel do? As you kind of wonder about what this channel is all about, this channel is all about helping you become the best you that you can become so that you can take your crazy, wild adventures as well. Because it's all about finding your happiness and getting physically fit and strong and healthy along the way. So without further ado, this is just day one, not even the full day, because I had to piece part all of these videos. I was kind of arguing with a couple of people about the timeline that happened. It was all a blur. I did so much in so little time. I was on the move, on the go, and there were a couple of mistakes I do have to admit with my diet. My diet choices were kind of falling apart there for a minute, and you'll see why. I'll explain it all along the way. But first, let me explain what Cairo was like. It took about 18 hours to get into Cairo with a 4-hour layover in Munich. I was exhausted, fatigued, and I still had to go through security and get to the hotel.
The Steinberger Hotel is a very beautiful hotel. It was originally built in 1989 and then renovated in 2004. This hotel is the premier luxury hotel for modern-day tourists. Not only does it feature a large swimming pool, a bar and lounge, but there is also a top-notch restaurant with patio overlooking the pool, surrounding gardens, and Great Pyramid of Giza. It also features a health club, health spa and massage, outdoor tennis court, and most importantly, air conditioning.
By the time I got my room, I noticed there was a mix-up with the rooms. They were so accommodating, though. They gave me a second room. Crazily enough, the second floor was actually the third floor, which is where my room was. And I was able to sleep for the night. The next morning, I awoke, and it was such a beautiful morning, except for the air was a little bit spicy. I headed down for breakfast, and I was astonished by the full spread of the breakfast. Wonderful, amazing foods that you couldn't even imagine. They had cheeses and meats and various items. I tried hard to stick with the carnivore options. The cheeses were a little strange, but I picked out some scrambled eggs and some white cheese, which ended up to be very delicious. After breakfast, we all headed down to the lobby to meet our new tour guide, Amira. We loaded up onto the tour bus and headed out to our first destination, which was the Sultan Hassan Mosque.
Cairo is the most populated city in Egypt, with a population of just under 23 million. The primary religion in Egypt is Muslim. There are approximately 1,000 mosques in Cairo. The Sultan Hassan Mosque was built between 1356 and 1363. It was commissioned by Sultan Hassan. The mosque is open to tours with purchase of a ticket.
After Amira gave us the rundown of the protocols within the mosque, we all took off our shoes and we entered the mosque. It was amazingly beautiful in there, and then we had the special privilege of hearing an imam sing his prayer.
أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يئوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم صدق الله العظيم.
After this absolutely beautiful prayer, we ended up scurrying out of the mosque and trying to find our shoes, and we made it into the tour bus again to quickly go to the Cairo Museum, where we were handed headphones, and the headphones were a little interesting, to say the least. We ended up disinfecting the earphone buds because that was kind of questionable. But besides that, it was actually a really good time. My earbuds didn't work, so I ended up just taking my earphones out and just walking around aimlessly with the rest of the group who were listening to the tour guide talk. Within the Cairo Museum was the Rosetta Stone, a lot of statues, sarcophagi, which is plural for sarcophagus, the entrance to a tomb or two or three, and a strange sphinx depicting Amenemhat III. I think I dated somebody that looked like this once. And there was a Ramses statue and so much more. By the end of all of this, we were so hungry, and so we decided to hop on the tour bus and skedaddle off to a little restaurant in town.
It is common for merchants and business people to use the expressway's underpasses for parking their vehicles, setting up workshops and markets to sell their goods. These expressways connect Cairo to the suburban communities outside of the bustling city.
The lunch provided to us was more of an American lunch. There were jello, fruit, pigeon, lots of pigeon labeled as chicken, some noodles, lamb, and a variety of salads. I ended up grabbing 2 different types of pigeon dishes and a Diet Coke.